Now, let us learn how to address the resource loading. Assuming that the available resource is 9, which is the red line drawn at the point 9, cutting through the bars or the bar charts, it can be seen that all the bars above 9, that is for day 3 and 2, which is 14 and 10, will require more resources, while those below 9 may use more resources to do activities that require just few resources. So for the 1, which has been forecasted to use 5 resources, there are 9 resources available, which means there will be 4 more, the difference between the bar and the red line, 4. For day 4, which is 6, will also require more resources because the resources that have been forecasted is only 6, but the resources available is 9. So it means with the availability of only 9, the activities below the bar may use more resources to do activities that just require few resources. And those above the red line will need additional resources from outside the company to complete those activities. From the chart, the resource overload and underload can be identified and addressed by resource smoothing. So the available resources, as indicated on the chart, is 9 throughout from activity day 1 to the final duration of day 12. So the loading can be calculated. It means for the loading, day 1, there is an underload of 4. For day 2, there is a requirement of an additional resource of 1. For day 3, there is an additional resource of 5. For subsequent days from day 4 to day 12, we will require the use of less resources, even though the amount of resources available are 9. And therefore, those can affect the company's profitability. Because the 9 resources will be paid, but only few will be used to complete the activity. So resource smoothing is a process of moving activities to improve the resource loading profile. It levels the resource overload to meet the resource available. So we shall look at how this can be done in subsequent lessons. Addressing resource loading. Resource smoothing can be done by either assigning resources to critical activities first. So you assign resources to critical activities. Then 2, changing the logic of the network. And then 3, moving non-critical activities within their float so that the end date of the project is not affected. This has to be done to ensure the network logic is maintained. That is the third option. To decide which resource to smooth, consider the resource that is most overloaded. And then 2, the resource that is most used. 3, least flexible resource. For example, overseas resource. And then finally, the most expensive resource to have. So these considerations have to be made before you decide on how to do the smoothing. We shall look at some examples in the subsequent slides or presentations.